All right, I have a really fun coffee for you guys, and this is Billy Maemon from my friend Pack, who just got third at US Brewers Cup, and this is from his roastery, Newbery Street, coming out of Boston, Massachusetts. This is a natural anaerobic Thailand coffee. So I think you guys will be really interested in this coffee because we've done a lot of cool coffees from like Colombia, Ethiopia, and all of that. But I want to start bringing back some of these different regions like Thailand. And this has been just a very interesting coffee to drink. It's a lightly roasted natural anaerobic. But it's interesting in the fact that you get this really nice fruitiness to it. So it's kind of a fun experience to taste. If you've never tasted Thailand coffee, this might be one of your first few experiences, and this has been roasted really well. So this is actually a fairly lightly roasted coffee. This is actually a very lightly roasted coffee. It's anaerobic natural, so you might get a little bit of that funkiness in it, but overall it's been a decently clean coffee. A lot of really nice red fruits in it. So let's go ahead and, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and brew some of this. This has been a really nice coffee to taste, and get that going. That's the anaerobic natural process right there. Your whole room is gonna start smelling like coffee. I would say that this does have that classic anaerobic smell to it, but it's not overwhelming. And you're not really gonna find that too much in the cup. Does smell very fruity though. I would say probably smells like red fruits here. It's actually also pretty nice to have lighter roasted coffee. It's also really nice to have lighter roasted Thailand coffees. This is something that I personally don't really experience that much. Usually you have a lot of these, it's kind of hard to roast some of these coffees, especially, roaster familiarity of roasting Thailand coffees. Like how many people are roasting Thailand coffees? So it's really nice that somebody like Pack comes along and says, hey, I want to put these coffees out there, show you guys how good Thai coffees are. And here we are, and we're able to get this coffee for you guys to taste. I've opted for a coarser recipe here. If you guys have gotten coffees from Secret Stash before, you find that I like to push finer grinds. But I found with this coffee, going pretty coarse and just really trying to get that faster flow rate has accentuated a lot of these red fruit notes. Like a lot of red cherry is in this cup. The acidity in this coffee is also pretty interesting. I'll talk a little bit more about that as we begin tasting. So this should be wrapping up soon. I'm very excited to taste this. It's just fun to be able to put coffees like this out there, and I'm very happy that I'm able to. But this has finished up. Give it a little bit of a smell. Give it a little bit of a smell. So Thai coffees are pretty interesting. And I mentioned a bit earlier, I said the acidity of this coffee is pretty interesting, and let me explain why after I give this a little bit of a taste. So this is fun in that I would say that you get this acidity, but it kind of instantly goes into sweetness. And then what you're experiencing is you're experiencing kind of like a Thai coffee flavor. So I'm going to try to simply... like it's like you get acidity into sweetness, then there's a bit of earthiness. So I would say that a lot of Thai coffees to me have a little bit of earthiness in them, but this is actually a very pleasantly done flavor profile, and I think that's because of the way this coffee is roasted, but also the processing on this is pretty good. So the reason why we've opted for this coarser grind size is really so we can push up a lot of this nice acidity. So I get this like red cherry that's like very upfront, but because the rest of it, this coffee has a pretty sweet profile to it, you get that acidity, but it's within like a sweet profile. Now I'm gonna taste it when it's really cooled down. The aromatics is also pretty interesting. You're gonna get some of that anaerobic smell. But now that it's really cooled down, the acidity is now way up here. And it's pretty interesting, it's pretty enjoyable to me. I would say that I've also opted for this coarser recipe so I can also highlight what... I've also opted to... I've tried to also balance this recipe in the sense that you're gonna get that acidity, you're gonna get that processing flavor, but you're also gonna get some of that Thailand terroir. Thailand, this is what Thailand coffee tastes like, right? You're gonna get that still in the cup because it's like you can make recipes that really round things out and clean things out, but I wanted to show you guys what does Thailand coffee taste like. For me, it's a little bit of this earthiness, tea-like, it's sweet, there's also a bit of maybe a little bit... You know, there's a little bit of like bold flavors in there. Like the finish on this definitely has a nice linger to it. But it's interesting to be able to have both acidity and sweetness and this really interesting earthiness in the cup all together. But I've opted to highlight both of them. So feel free to adjust the recipes yourself and play around with it. But really wanted to put a coffee like this out there. Once it's really cooled down, we get more acidity, in fact, and you're getting, it's like really vibrant red fruit acidity into this nice sweetness, and then at the tinge, at the back, there's a tinge of that Thailand terroir, that Thailand earthiness, and that sweetness is in there. So it's a very dynamic cup of coffee, especially once it's cooled down, and I really hope you guys are interested in coffees like this because it just really shows you, look, this is gonna be the future of coffee, right? Thailand coffees are on the come up, all these different regions, they're on the come up, and this is where they are now. I would say it's pretty good now to try them and see how they become in the coming years. It's already pretty good now to be, I mean, it's really good now. So be on the lookout for future coffees from Thailand and future coffees. And so definitely be on the lookout for future coffees from Thailand. I think that'll be a So definitely be on the lookout for future coffees from Thailand. I mean, I think this is so much fun to put coffees like this out there and see what you guys think. But yeah, that is Billy Maemon from my friend Pack, Newbery Street. Thank you guys so much for spending time to watch this video. If you have any questions on X Bloom or Secret Stash or this coffee, leave it in the comments below. But otherwise, thank you so much for spending the time to watch this video. See you guys around.